I'm in Las Vegas.
And we're at the best burger ever.
Yeah, here, tell them. Where we at for burger?
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. Now, if you live in California or Las Vegas,
They're
you might
popular.
not be impressed with In-N-Out. There's a chance that you've become numb to it and callous, and you don't know how fortunate you are. So we came from Oregon, and we have an In-N-Out in Oregon, but just imagine that we don't.
Away.
Yeah, it's far away, and then it's like a 4-mile line after you get off the freeway. I mean, it is truly an all-day experience if you're going to go. So it's like we don't even have one. All right. Now, we're out here, and we're getting ready to go over to the...
Who stole this?
To the... What is it called? The Performance Institute? To the Ultimate Fighter. The set of the Ultimate Fighter. And we were talking about Dominick Cruz and the fact that Dominick Cruz has retired. And that is very relevant to In-N-Out Burger for me because I have 2 favorite Dominick Cruz stories. One of them you will never hear because I will take it to the grave if you feel me. And the other one, we're with Hans. We're with Jessica Rose Clark, myself, Dom, 4 of us. And Hans takes us to a very nice dinner. It's this nice Italian dinner. And it was nice and it was delicious, but it was tiny. I mean, there just wasn't enough food and there was no way to pretend that there was enough food. They rationed everything. Very common in an Italian restaurant is they'll bring you bread for the table. Think about maybe a Mexican restaurant where they bring chips for the table. They didn't bring enough bread, and they weren't going to bring any more. They literally rationed everything we had. So the point of the story is, when we're done, Hans is like, guys, come on, let's go. And he takes us to Burger King. So we go from one restaurant to another restaurant, but we're all famished. So you go through the line at Burger King, and it's a tray situation, and then you take your tray and you sit where you want. You sit in the bathroom for all you do whatever you want at that point. Just get out of the way. So Dominick's in front of me. So when I come over to the table and I sit down with my tray, Dominick has no tray. He has no anything in front of him. In fact, he has a clean little workspace. And I say, Dom, would you like some of my food? And he goes, no, I got a Whopper. Or he goes, I got a Whopper Junior. I said, you did? And I'm looking around because I don't see it. And he goes, it's in my pocket. I'm going to save it for later. And I said, Dominick, there's a Whopper in your pocket? And he said, a Whopper Junior. And then he begins to qualify this brilliant theory he has for me and explains that we're both at a hotel. And that I am going to think when I get up and leave from this Burger King meal that I won't be hungry again because I'm so full right now. But the reality is I'll probably wake up about 2 or 3 in the morning, wish I had something to eat, and realize I don't. He said, me, on the other hand, I will also wake up at 2 to 3 in the morning, want something to eat, and I will have a Whopper Junior. So I've gotten this full explanation. No problem. I see him the next day. We are in the international part of the airport trying to board the same plane to get home to America. And I said, hey, Dom, did you eat that Whopper last night? And he says, yeah, about 3 in the morning. Right about when you were probably wishing you had something to eat. And I said, yeah. I said, I will admit that was smart that you took that Whopper. And he leans in and he says, Chael, I told you. It was a Whopper Junior.